In 2018, Noisia was playing my track Don't Talk featuring Tony Ranks in their sets.
This year is the year that these punks gonna see. I fuse with any music, I ain't stuck in the scene. I'm old school hip-hop like Run DMC. Now I'm linking with Stranger about to run DMB like bomb.
And this is how I made the track. Here are the main drums. It's a pattern that I use a lot, which I dubbed the classic Stranger drum pattern. It's actually based off the extended snare pattern in J Magic's Your Sound. I created the drums using a sample pack by E. Cali from several years ago. The pack's not around anymore, but pretty much you can make it with trap hits. Start with the basic steppa kick and snare pattern, which has an early snare here. Fill the in-between sections with ghost notes. Extend this to 2 bars. Duplicate the last 3 eighth notes. To add more funk, you can delete the last eighth note, as well as this hi-hat here. Just adds a little more punctuation. Let's add a shaker for more energy using the galloping pattern. Galloping pattern is high, low, medium, low in terms of velocity. We're going to mirror the snare pattern, so let's add 2 more notes here. So you got high, low, medium, low, medium, low. Then duplicate it across. Alright, let's move on to the bass. I use 2 bass sounds in this track. I first start with a womp bass on the very first hit, followed by a wobble bass. It's a common practice in drum and bass. So for the womp bass, I'm using a sound that I designed in Serum with a bunch of distortion and then bounced it to audio so that every time it hits, you get the same impact. Unfortunately, I don't have the preset anymore. However, I am working on a classic Stranger sample pack, which will be coming out soon, and I will be including this sample in the pack. So stay tuned. The wobble bass is simply a square wave using a French low pass filter. I'm using this interesting LFO pattern to create the wobble. Initially, what I do is I have this attack, gunk, and then wub, wub. Using this pattern, you have a bit of an attack before the wub hits. And this is a half note rate. Then I play this pattern using the LFO bass, and it's actually mirroring the snare pattern. So every time there's a snare, there's a bass hit. There's a bit of space in between the notes to add some punctuation between the hits. Then I added Supercharger, which adds some saturation to the bass, makes it more audible and fat. And this is how it sounds with the drums. Simple but effective. And just for you guys, I will offer this wobble bass preset down in the links below. All I ask of you is to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now at the end of the 16 bar, I switch up the drum break, and all I do is I take that exact same pattern that we created earlier and change it with completely different drum one shots. This will give you a completely different sounding break. I also altered the bass preset by adding a fast LFO to the fine tune. Just adds an interesting pitch LFO to the bass sound. There's also a unison mode at 5, so it makes it sound like a Reese. And then we add a filter slide. Let's hear the switch up in context. Alright, let's move on to the main stab sound. You wouldn't guess how I created this stab sound. It's actually a vocal sample from Bob Sinclair's I Feel For You.
I feel for you, baby. Feel for you, baby. I can feel it.
Here's the vocal sample.
I can feel it.
All you have to do is take a small snippet and remove the beginning of the hit so it doesn't sound like a word. And now you have a stab. Use a pitch envelope to modulate the pitch. And for some variation, I add some delay to the vocal stab and automate the rate of the delay. Watch this. Just makes it more interesting. Here's some more sounds in the track. I call this an elephant lead. It's just a sawtooth wave with some glide. Add some effects, distortion, compress, reverb. And then I add this metallic effect on top, which creates the elephant sound. I use repeated ARP melodies in my track, and this one I'm using a synth called Spire, which was referred to me by Tier Kahoot many years ago. Here's another Spire ARP melody for the intro. This time it's a bit slower, inspired by trap and hip hop melodies. I layered that with yet another ARP, this time using Signal from Output. This was referred to me from my friend Polaris. The intro is just a bit of percussion with those ARP sounds. And then got my friend Tony Ranks, a talented rap artist in Toronto, to write some vocals for this. It's perfect for the drop.
Mother always said, find ways to stack pay. Can't make it through the front, take the back way. So I got on my grind, got cake the fast way. Made something out this money, paper mache. This year is the year that these punks gonna see. I fuse with any music, I ain't stuck in a scene. I'm old school, hip hop like Run DMC. Now I'm linking with Strange, about to Run DMB like bomb.
And that's how you end up with a banger. So opening this project almost over 6 years since I made this track, my skills and techniques have improved, and I thought about how would I do things differently and improve on this track. So one thing I would have done was I would make the drums hit a bit harder. I might have changed the bass preset slightly and I have some new techniques to improve the vocal stab. So the first step is I replaced the snare with my modular snare instrument from my Rollers kit. Essentially, the modular snare instrument allows you to create infinite variations of modern drum and bass snares simply by changing the macro knobs. A benefit of using a modular snare is you can play a note for the snare that matches the key of your track, which is at D. Using these knobs, you can change the sound of the snare. So it's a very useful tool. If you're interested, you can pick it up down in the links below in my Rollers kit. I also replaced the ghost snares with the ghost snare instrument from the Rollers kit for more modern sound. I think that sounds more upfront for 2023. For the bass patch, I opened up the filter cutoff just a little bit so the bass is a little more audible. And then I noticed that in my instrument rack, I had a hidden noise layer, which I muted. So I brought that noise layer back. And if you guys follow my videos, you know that adding noise and bass together and then saturating it creates pleasant harmonics. Of course, the noise is also following the same LFO pattern, modulating the filter cutoff and the volume of the noise. Except for the noise, I use a high pass since we want to remove some of the bottom end from that noise. The real exciting part is when I started to work on the vocal stab with some new techniques that I've gained. So before, the vocal stab lacked a bit of attack. It sounded more like a vocal than an actual stab. So to make this punch a little more and make it sound like a stab, first I added some distortion using riff just to bring it out a little bit. The real trick here is to apply a transient shaper to the stab so we can adjust the shape of that stab. And really what we want to do is add an attack so it hits more with an attack. And then we can increase this pump level, which actually just decreases the main body a little bit. And then we can adjust the sustain, which is really the release of the stab. This clip button just squares off the peaks. I add an additional clipper just to square it off a little more. And to make the stab have a little more movement, I add a phaser. Now the stab is sounding deadly. With Tony Rank's vocals, the recording was already really good, so I didn't need to do too much to the mix, but I just added a Pro Q just to boost the 7500 area for a little air in his vocals, and then the 1200 area, which is a key frequency in vocals. It just makes it a little more present, that 1200. And then I'm using Pro C compressor with the vocal mode on just to make the vocals a little more present. Now a bit of echo and reverb just to add some space to the vocals.
Go on for a minute, but Mr. Ray home. I'm gathering interest, payday loan. Now these loud talking need to change their tone. If they can see me man to man, they play their zone.
All right, let's do a comparison. Here's the old mix. Which one do you like better? Comment down below. Now that we have a new mix, I'm going to export it and do a master using LANDR mastering. LANDR is the sponsor for today's video. And their desktop app is super handy because they have the LANDR bounce folder. You can export your track directly into this folder, and then it's going to master the track automatically based on your default mastering settings once the track is synced. It's super handy because you'll have master ready right away, which you can preview across different systems. So let's export the track, and I'm exporting it into the LANDR bounce folder. For those that don't know, LANDR is the world's leading AI mastering product. They offer superior quality masters thanks to their leading audio plugins guided by their proprietary mastering process. This leads to one-of-a-kind results. So every time you upload a different track, the results will be optimal. Essentially, the mastering engine adapts to the unique sonic qualities of your track and gets your track to sound the best based on those qualities. If you're interested in trying out LANDR, you sign up with my link down below. You will receive 30% off. And once you've exported your track into the LANDR bounce folder, you'll see that it's automatically creating a master. Just wait a few minutes and be ready to preview. Once your master is ready, it will show up in your library here and you can preview it right away. Now, after hearing the master, if you don't like it, you can actually revise it. And there's some parameters to help the AI engine adjust the mastering. Perhaps you felt it was too loud, then you can let them know. Or maybe the lows were too boomy, so you can adjust that as well. We can click boomy, and then you can click on revise master. And this one sounds much cleaner. Also very loud and pumping. So on top of the desktop app, LANDR now has a mobile app. So anything that you sync to LANDR will then sync to your mobile app, which will allow you to preview your tracks across your favorite devices, which you can connect to your phone. So this is especially helpful if you want to do a boombox or car stereo check. The track is automatically synced to your phone and you can play across your favorite devices. Now, as you can see, I just got a notification from LANDR that a new master is ready. So you can take that and sync it to your favorite Bluetooth audio device and preview the track. Let's open up the LANDR app and bump the new master. Oh, and that is sounding loud and fresh. Awesome. Once again, if you're interested in trying out LANDR, sign up with my link below and receive 30% off. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create my seminal track, Don't Talk, featuring Tony Ranks. And hopefully you picked up some tricks, especially when I modernized the track with newer drums and more improvements to that vocal stab. If you want to support, I have a number of sample packs, preset packs, and Ableton kits to help you along your journey. You can find them down in the links below. If you want to learn more drum and bass and jungle patterns, check this video here. If you want to learn my top 10 jungle bass lines, check this video here. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing, and I'll see you at the next video.